Hi everybody, I'm Julia. Welcome to Julia Lives. Today I'm going to show you how to assemble and use your SKIL battery operated lawnmower. Now I have to tell you, I'm going to give you a full review. The best lawnmower by far I've ever owned. I've owned Craftsman, I've owned Toro, great brands. However, this battery thing is where it's at. I found this on sale at Lowe's, but you can find it on Amazon and other websites. Lowe's sold out of it repeatedly. So I paid the $2.49, which included shipping, and it was shipped right to my front door. And here I am unpackaging it. This is the grass bag. I have used it a couple of times, but it also comes with a mulcher. So if you don't like to bag grass and you cut your grass regularly, you can probably get away with mulching. I'm not a lawn expert, but that's what I understand. And it helps your grass too if you mulch so that it doesn't get fried out from the sun in the summer. But the bag is pretty self-explanatory. You put the wire piece in it. Then the machine itself is folded down. You basically assemble it in 2 steps. I'm not kidding. You pull up the handle. There the handle is folded down, and you see those little red guys on the side. Those have to be locked into place once you push the handle up. I'll show you here. So those, you can see those move, and that's how you get the handle to stay locked in place. This is where the battery compartment is. And of course, when it's brand new, it's shipped in this piece of foam, but you'll take that out and you can have the battery on a partial charge. So if it's halfway out, you do not have to wait until the battery is drained. According to the directions in my mower, make sure you read all the directions. Do not get something like this and just try to watch a video. I think that's really important to read over everything and understand it. So then from there, once you charge the battery, you'll be good to go and you have the machine. I did miss one step, and I'll show you in just a minute what it was. Here's the battery charger. I like to keep this inside and charge it inside. I don't know, but here it is charging, not super loud. Once the green bars on the top where it says SKIL are completely illuminated, then it's fully charged. Now, here's the handle being fully extended. You'll have to pay attention to these red clips. So see how they're posted down or they're pulled down right now? That's what messed me up. So I didn't have that fully extended. You have to. Those have a place where they lock in. And the directions didn't fully tell me that. Even when I called SKIL, they did not understand what the problem was. So, and I watched videos, multiple videos. Nobody pointed that out in their videos. This is the only one at this date where you will see that. You have to have that fully extended. It makes it look like it's adjustable. It's not. This machine is so quiet. I had a guy stop me and tell me it was the quietest lawnmower he's ever heard. He even asked to take a turn with it. He was extremely impressed. This is the battery, snaps into place, one little clip, and then it unsnaps. Very easy to insert the battery. How easy is that start? No more gas, no more oil, no more ripping some cord repeatedly. Just as simple as that. This mower is not self-propelled, but it's so lightweight, I don't think it needs to be. It does come in a self-propelled version for an additional fee, so I think it's like $50 more or something. You can use one hand to turn it. Look at that. It's not even heavy. And so it's very lightweight, very easy to assemble, very easy to use. As I mentioned before, I'm really happy with this purchase. It was only $249. I was spending $300 a month on a lawn service before that. So for even less than 1 month of service, and problems were happening, my siding got chipped, I had a lot of different issues. with the lawn care company ripping out the edging around my landscaping. And just after a while, I thought, I need to get this yard back under my management. So it's very lightweight. My neighbor has an Ego lawnmower. Those are also battery operated, but it's probably about $100 more at least for one of those. So I thought, why not? Let's give this thing a whirl. Now, I mentioned before, I had it assembled incorrectly. First, I tried to call SKIL, and they were great on the phone. It's very easy to get through to them. However, they didn't understand that I didn't have it assembled correctly. And the directions didn't show that red clip, and as far as it had to be fully extended, it said it was adjustable. It's not. There's one position and one position only for that. That has to be all the way out. And so I don't know why my neighbor is repeatedly hitting his car, but whatever. Anyway, so I then called Lowe's, and Lowe's said, well, if you don't want it, you have to bring it either to UPS or back into the store. So I brought it into the store, and I found a great young man who had never assembled a lawnmower, but immediately could tell what the problem was. And since it's so lightweight and it had never been used, I didn't mind putting it in my car. I do have a 5-year warranty, but like I said, I felt like SKIL was awesome to deal with. They were super easy to get on the phone. So if you do have a problem, they will try to help you. But again, if you're like me and you're not great at putting things together, there might be nothing that can be done. So would I buy it again? Yes, I would. And I plan on selling my house in about 4 years. Sorry, I live by an airport. Between the neighbor repeatedly honking his horn and this, you're probably like, why don't you just retape it? Well, because it's life. It's kind of fun to see how people actually live. So I wanted to give you a little before and after. The grass is pretty long here because of AT&T being in my yard. It is fine to remove those flags. Plus, it's dangerous, so you should never remove flags when they're marked like this. You just have to deal with them. I have quite a few. That's one side of my yard. Now, when the grass is dry and it's not overly long, I can mow my entire yard, front, back, plus I have a sidewalk area and the other side on one battery charge. But I move pretty fast with it. So you'll see I have an easement in my yard, and yes, this is legal. So I had to mow around all this stuff. This was a great mower to have because it would move around without a problem. There's the maypole, I like to call it. And yes, they're finally done. So I hope this review has been helpful, and please leave comments if you have questions.